In a landmark decision in 2023, the BRICS alliance of emerging economies announced its expansion to include 6 new members: Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. This significant expansion is set to reshape the global economic landscape and raise BRICS' profile as a powerful counterweight to the traditional Western-dominated international order. But will this new composition actually bring together old foes or further tensions in the Middle East? Welcome to the Global Insight. The new BRICS members represent a diverse range of economies, bringing together countries from Africa, Latin America, the Middle East, and Asia. The expansion took effect on the 1st of January 2024, significantly increasing BRICS' economic clout and global influence. Several factors motivated the BRICS expansion. Primarily, the group aims to strengthen its position as a voice for the Global South, advocating for greater equity and representation in global governance structures. The expansion initiative emanates from a pressing recognition that the BRICS bloc must undergo transformation to discover common ground among its constituent nations, thereby nurturing a sense of unity and shared objectives. In spite of collectively commanding a substantial share of the global GDP, the original BRICS constituents, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, find themselves entangled in an intricate web of divergent and at times conflicting geopolitical and economic interests. The persistence of diverging interests within the original group may well obstruct the coherent and effective collaboration on a multitude of global matters. Secondly, the expansion is seen as a means to deepen the alliance and expand the BRICS' economic reach and trade opportunities, particularly in key areas such as energy and finance. BRICS acknowledge the growing interest of other nations to form meaningful partnerships with the alliance. The decision to embark on this expansion forms an integral part of a comprehensive endeavour aimed at establishing a network of partner nations, thereby nurturing collaborative relationships that transcend the boundaries of the original BRICS membership. Admitting new members could enhance the bloc's political influence and its ability to mediate global conflicts and promote cooperation on pressing issues such as climate change and poverty alleviation. The inclusion of these new nations in the BRICS fraternity seeks to amplify the alliance's representation with a particular focus on the Middle East and Africa. This strategic maneuver is perceived as a decisive stride towards broadening the group's inclusivity, thereby rendering it more encompassing and reflective of a diverse range of global perspectives. The incorporation of new members holds the promise of widening the spectrum of expertise, resources, and viewpoints within the BRICS consortium, thereby giving the alliance an expanded toolkit to confront a broader array of global challenges. The expansion serves as a catalyst in promoting a delicate geopolitical equilibrium within the alliance, with the inclusion of nations from distinct regions acting as a safeguard against the dominance of specific interests. The inclusion of these diverse nations, each boasting substantial economic resources and global relevance, significantly amplifies the collective power of BRICS. With these new additions, the alliance now represents an even more significant portion of the world's GDP, creating a formidable economic bloc. This expanded economic influence is poised to challenge the dominance of traditional Western powers, rebalancing global economic dynamics. The BRICS expansion carries the potential to recalibrate existing geopolitical alignments. The inclusion of Saudi Arabia and Iran, despite their historical rivalry, signals a commitment to fostering dialogue and cooperation in a region known for its instability. This move may serve as a catalyst for regional conflict resolution, leading to a more stable and secure Middle East dynamics. Despite its ambitious goals, BRICS expansion faces several challenges. Integrating new members with diverse political, economic and cultural backgrounds could prove challenging, potentially diluting the group's cohesion and consensus-building processes. Moreover, the expansion could exacerbate existing tensions within BRICS, particularly between China and India over various issues, such as border disputes and trade competition. Additionally, the group's effectiveness in challenging the Western-dominated global order will depend on its ability to address internal divisions and present a unified front on key issues. In a significant geopolitical development, two influential Middle Eastern nations, Saudi Arabia and Iran, have been invited to join the BRICS alliance, a move that is expected to have far-reaching implications for the world order. The decision to include these new members comes with its set of historical complexities and potential challenges. But it also underscores the BRICS' strategic aim to strengthen its representation in the Middle East and Africa. The inclusion of Saudi Arabia and Iran in BRICS raises eyebrows due to their long-standing history of strained relations. The two nations have often found themselves on opposing sides of geopolitical conflicts, competing for influence in the Middle East and clashing over religious and sectarian differences. Their rivalry has played out in proxy wars across the region, notably the war in Yemen, contributing to regional instability.
You called the Ayatollah Khamenei the new Hitler of the Middle East.
If you want to look for a threat, you look at Saudi Arabia.
The invitation of both Saudi Arabia and Iran to BRICS is, in many ways, a daring diplomatic move. It calls for a fresh approach to diplomacy and cooperation between these nations, urging them to set aside historical animosities in favor of shared goals and objectives within the alliance. This decision reflects the BRICS' ambition to be a platform for dialogue and cooperation, even among historically adversarial nations. One of the most significant challenges facing BRICS with the inclusion of such diverse nations as Saudi Arabia and Iran is the necessity to achieve coherent action on global issues. The existing BRICS members, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, have established a degree of alignment in their geopolitical interests, economic models and strategic priorities. However, the newcomers bring distinct political systems, differing economic models and unique foreign policy objectives. The diversity of these nations may pose obstacles to achieving consensus and coordinated action within the alliance. Bridging gaps in interests and policy objectives among this varied group could prove challenging, potentially impeding the ability of BRICS to present a unified front on crucial international matters. To overcome these challenges, BRICS will need to invest time and effort in crafting shared agendas and identifying areas of cooperation that can unite the diverse interests of its expanded membership. This effort may require flexibility, compromise, and open dialogue among all members to build trust and consensus. The decision to include Saudi Arabia and Iran in BRICS is not just about adding two powerful nations to the alliance. It also underscores the bloc's strategic aim to bolster its representation in the Middle East and Africa. These regions have emerged as critical players in global geopolitics, and BRICS recognizes the importance of having a more substantial presence there. The inclusion of Saudi Arabia and Iran is seen as a step towards achieving this goal. Both nations possess significant influence in the Middle East and can play vital roles in addressing regional conflicts and challenges. Their presence in BRICS may pave the way for constructive engagement on issues such as regional stability, economic development, and energy security. With the addition of new members, BRICS gains access to a wider array of expertise, resources, and perspectives, enabling the alliance to address a broader spectrum of global challenges. These diverse viewpoints may lead to innovative solutions for issues such as climate change, global health crises, and economic development, amplifying BRICS' impact on the international stage. The expansion underscores the growing importance of multilateralism in addressing global issues. BRICS is evolving into a platform where nations with varying political systems, economic models, and strategic priorities can collaborate effectively. This development stands as a testament to the belief that diplomacy and cooperation among nations are pivotal in solving pressing problems. The BRICS expansion represents a significant shift in global economics and political dynamics. The group's growing influence and expanded membership could reshape the global order, giving rise to a more multipolar world with greater representation for emerging economies. However, the BRICS' ability to fully realize its potential will hinge on its ability to overcome internal challenges, maintain cohesion, and effectively address global issues in a coordinated manner. As the alliance grows in influence and economic power, it will increasingly contribute to shaping global governance structures. Its collective voice will carry more weight in international forums, influencing decisions on trade, security, and development. This shift towards a multipolar world order challenges the dominance of traditional superpowers and heralds a more balanced global governance system. The road ahead is undoubtedly challenging, but the BRICS expansion signals a new era in international cooperation and a growing demand for a more inclusive and equitable global governance system. That's it from the Global Insight for now. Please don't forget to leave a comment. We really want to hear from you and know what you think about the BRICS alliance. Is it a force for good, or will it prove more divisive, affecting the world order in a negative way? You let us know. Also, please like our video and do subscribe for more great content on world affairs. And until next time, stay tuned.